First off, I must salute the white man for the job that he's done on the black woman. The white man has taken the black woman and made her the only woman to feel like she don't need her man, a man of her same background, ethnicity, and community. The white man has made the black woman to view the black man as a liability instead of an asset. That the black man is lazy, a deadbeat, unworthy, unmasculine, unable to lead, and his word isn't worth a wooden nickel in the black woman's eyes. Now, the white man has systematically done this, all the while destroying the black family, the backbone of black society and black community, while making the black woman think he's doing her a favor, he's helping her out, and it's the black man that's the one that's holding her back and holding her down. And that's why right now today, black women put everything ahead of the black man and the black family. So for everyone that's seen it, that Donald Trump posted, I posted up a day or so ago, the assassination attempt, alleged assassination, whatever it is. But in that post, I said, these people have been playing in our faces for a long time. Now, I know a lot of y'all know who this lady right here is. For y'all that don't know, this is Diane Carroll, famed, legendary, beautiful black actress. She had a TV show by the name of Julia that debuted in 1968. She was the very first single mother to be aired on TV. The very first single mother, black single mother, to be aired on TV. And let's see what they say about the show Julia when you Google it and look it up.
According to Wikipedia, Julia is an American television sitcom and the first weekly series to star an African-American woman in a non-stereotypical role. Previous television series featured African-American lead characters, but the characters were usually servants.
They called the show non-stereotypical back in the 60s because it wasn't a common thing for a woman to be raising a kid without a man. That's why it was non-stereotypical. But what is it today, though? You look around, it ain't no big deal high. It's real common, ain't it? Back then, they marketed it, the show, as progressive, as thinking ahead. What were they thinking ahead to? If this show was progressive and thinking ahead, in their mind, what was they envisioning for the black community? She done so well with the role and was so heralded that they decided to take her in the single black mother role to the big screen, made a movie, but the movie was named Claudine. This time she was a single black mother on welfare in the ghetto. Now the movie Claudine came out in '74, 6 years later. But what I want you to recognize is the psychology of what's taking place. Because no other race of woman is being told that she don't need her man. Not the white woman, not the Mexican woman, not the Asian woman, not the Middle Eastern woman. Matter of fact, look at other households. Look at other races' households. Look at an Asian household. Look at a Middle Eastern household. Look at a Mexican household. How many of these households do you see that's whereas kids in the household and they're growing up without a parent? Now, don't get me wrong. I know you got white girls out here that's trying to follow black women's lead, that listen to all this ratchet music. But in the end, a white girl always falls back into her natural role and her natural order within her community. It's kind of how like we watched Miley Cyrus grow up and then she rebelled and started shaking her ass and doing all this ratchet. But look at her now. She's right back into her white womanness, cake ass. Black women want to stay hard-headed, stubborn, and confrontational until they go to looking like Vivica Fox, though, cake ass. And that's why right now today, black women put everything ahead of the black man and the black family. What I want you to know mostly about this Diane Carroll situation with her playing Julia and Claudine, all of this ran parallel with welfare, with the system telling black women, y'all need to get that up out this house or we gonna starve you and your kids to death. And we ain't gonna give y'all nowhere to live. As long as he's here, y'all get it how you live. Get it out the mud. We don't know what to tell you. But if you get him out the house, we got you. Uncle Sam gonna take care of you. And you ain't gotta worry about nothing. Just look at Julia and Claudine.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Hashem, Yahawashi, Hashem, Akwakwadash, double honors to the elders,
a woman,
and apostles of great millstone. Shalom to mighty Akim, Wakwafim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This brother, shalom to this speckled brother. They may look like the other nations, but are actually Yasharala. This brother Kawaka coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson, we're going to be going into this. Basically, what happened here is that, which is, I did not expect this. I did not know this, but apparently, it was not stereotypical for there to be single mother household or single parent. I would think it's better to say single parent households in general. And for shit, I accidentally clicked this stuff. Anyway, it wasn't commonplace for there to be single parent households and stuff like that. So as a result of that, this was what's it called? Publicized, quote unquote, publicized. Well, publicized as something, a first role where an so-called African American woman was in a non-stereotypical role, but the thing about that is, and Slaki, that's the thing that I actually hate. Esau is always trying to do some like manipulative like psychoanalysis type, leading people on into a certain direction, subliminal messaging and stuff like that. That's something that I always just hated. All right, and so many people fall victim to it because they're extremely weak-minded and they're susceptible to manipulation, and that's also a part of the Christian church. Okay, people that are easily manipulated and easily led astray by the Christian church are also examples of that. All right, where whenever you hear the pastor say something that vaguely relates to you, then it's like, oh my God, he's hitting me in the thing. He knows exactly what he's talking about. He's a man of God. All that bull crap and stuff like that. I absolutely despise it, and it's one of the reasons. And that's the thing. And a brother actually said this in a lesson. I was watching this brother's lesson, and I agreed with him 1000% because I also felt that exact same thing. He was basically saying how when he was a kid, he was like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Like, this type of shit just seems so ridiculous. And then people are actually eating this shit up and buying it. Buying as in like accepting the things that he's saying as facts rather than actually seeing through the manipulation, which, you know, that's something that's common in lots of Jakes and Jacobs, all right, where we're able to see through these types of deception, but yet a lot of other people are not able to. All right, I know that this might seem, a bit retrospective, but it's something that it's definitely something to think about. All right, but yeah, basically what happened was, with people, with the subliminal messaging in here, it was, oh well, being a single parent, this is the way to go. This is happy. This is great. This is the proper way. And then, oh, I just remembered, it was where is it? Oh, here. That's crazy how I had this open this whole time. I was about to do another lesson on this, but I guess I can just add this in, so I'll let this video play.
But with some new restrictions, and people are going to have to reapply. Millions of people could completely lose benefits between 2025 and 2034. We're going to be adding requirements for veterans, foster care, young adults, and homeless people. Adding work requirements. So refugees, asylum seekers, and trafficking victims are no longer eligible for SNAP benefits. Lawful permanent residents can receive benefits, but they have to wait at least 5 years after they get their green card to apply. The application process requires residency, citizenship, income determination. It could take up to 30 days to process. As of right now, about 42 million people get SNAP benefits at about $187 per person. But according to the Agricultural Secretary, Brooke Rollins, people will have to reapply for their SNAP benefits. They said benefits have been sent to people that are not alive. People have been getting multiple sets of benefits. There was a guy that was receiving benefits from 6 different states. So a lot of people are in jail for fraud. There were about 500,000 people receiving 2 different SNAP payments. Also, there's going to be an increase in costs for the states. So that means taxes could go up, or they could just cut access. That's a lot of news.
Being forced to reapply will prevent the single mothers who intentionally chose to have child after child to receive SNAP benefits from receiving them.
SNAP benefits are back, but with some new restrictions.
So yeah, basically, the thing here was that now they are messing with what's it called? SNAP benefits, where there's new requirements and stuff like that. A lot of people are losing it, even though they lost it temporarily for, like, I don't know what it was, like half a month or a month or something like that. I don't remember how long it was, but they lost it, and then they are taking it, they're getting it again, but they have to reapply, and then, okay, well, they might not get it back because, you have to reapply, and then you have to also be eligible in these new standards that we set. Slocky for the hiccup. Oh my god, I almost threw up. So yeah, as a result of that, this is what's going on. Psalm 64, verse 5, they encourage themselves in an evil manner, they commune over laying snares privily, they say, who shall see them? And this is the thing where they know that people need these things. They know that people need all this stuff, all right? And now they cast that net, they cast that snare, they cast that trap where it's trapping the people that are reliant on them. All right. So as a result of that, like, this is the thing, and this is another thing where, again, I don't know the full details on this, but I definitely believe that what was going on with this sitcom definitely had to have been planned, and it goes to show, like, okay, yeah, this was our plan. This is Esau's plan all along to, push these people to a certain thing, or this is what we were planning on doing. So now we're doing it. Now it's the norm now. All right. So yeah, that's the snare. That's how they push it on people. And then, oh well, now that we're pulling the rug under you because you trusted in us and stuff like that. Sirach chapter 14 verse 17. Chapter 14 verse 7, And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly. Sirach 14:7. And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly. And at the last, he will declare his wickedness. Basically, Esau had a plan. Esau wanted to do something. He set stuff in motion. He presents it as something positive. He presents it as something good. And then, oh, well, now I'm going to show you what happened. Now I'm going to show you how, things are, going to hurt you and harm you and whatnot. All right. Psalms 12:8. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are, while the vilest men are exalted. Basically, thing here is Esau has always exalted, bad behavior, terrible mindsets. Because that's why socially, that's what I was about to say. Socially, Jake, they don't strive for academic excellence because it is socially unacceptable for you as a so-called black man to be incredibly smart or knowledgeable and all that stuff. Is when you get good grades and stuff like that, they say, oh, you're just a nerd, you're this, you're that, or whatever, and people look down on you. But then it was like, oh, you got a C, you got a D, you got a whatever, F, oh yeah, that's this, and a third, talking all that crap and stuff like that. All right, where it's made to make people fail. All right. Okay, so yeah, next, so Luke chapter 6, verse 23. No, verse 24. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Right here, verse 26. Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets. Okay, so basically here is the people that are being spoken well of, that are being commended. Oh, you're an evil ass freaking celebrity or whatever the frick. Then, oh, well, we love you. We want the great for you. Oh, as a matter of fact, I remember that one dude, King Von. I heard so much evil about that dude, and then people were saying that people are literally, and this is not no exaggeration. I literally have seen so many people either joke about or actually worshiping King Von as some sort of like ideal person or something like that. Like he was an idol for them, or the best example on how to be a person when he was a terrible. He wasn't. I think a terrible person is an inaccurate statement. I think the best way to say is that he's a demon, because I read a Reddit post where people were talking about King Von and all this stuff, and King Von. Why? Okay. Oh, wow. This is even more hopefully details. I won't frick this. Let me just go. Let me go to ChatGPT then. Shit. Was bear with me one moment. I this was not planned, but whatever. What type of stupid ass answer was this? Okay, while he was alive, did he actively kill people? Slow ass freaking AI thing. Alright, so basically, yes, he did, but they saying, oh, legally he didn't. He was never convicted of murder. he was charged. So saying someone actively kills a serious claim that requires legal proof. King law that proof does not exist in court records. So how is this? Okay, so I don't know why didn't whatever. I think this is one of these examples of where you have to actually go to Reddit, because a lot of times, and this is just the reality of it, is like people, when it comes to the court system and stuff like that, these worse offenders, like these people are actively like doing, like killing people and going around doing all this stuff, they oftentimes will actually get off pretty easily because they're known, even though they're known like criminals and stuff like that. But let you be OJ Simpson or I don't know who the fuck, I don't know whoever, but let him be someone else that is either more ambiguous or might just be innocent altogether, then that's when they don't want the actual criminals, because they want people like him. They are active threats to the so-called black community, rather than active threats to society or white society more specifically, so-called white society more specifically. So of course they say, okay, what we can, he's not doing anything to white people, so let's just leave him free, let him go. And there've been, I've seen it in many running jokes where rappers get off doing stuff like this all the time. Like it's a common thing. All right, so and that's the thing that I hate about ChatGPT. The thing with it is that it always answers questions as if it is an Edomite. I think that's how I just absolutely hate ChatGPT, and I use it less and less. I used to use it a lot, but you still use it a lot when answering questions, but now I just stop because it's just like, well, I'm trying to find out like actual accurate information, but it's not even helping me. It's just saying stuff that is socially acceptable or politically correct. It's like a politically correct type thing where it's just dumb. Anyway, continuing on. Verse 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And that's the thing where King Von and this Julia, all right, they are examples of what Esau wants us to be and how they're going to destroy. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Hashem, YAHAWASHI, Hashem, with Kwak Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, Abad, and Shalom.